Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to continue working on part 10 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to create the roof and also on the second floor. Now we're going to continue working on this, and what I want to do is to actually give this one a wavy or a circular corners. So what I want to do is go to second floor, and then what you need to do is select this wall, the exterior wall, CS, and then go to fillet arc, and then we're gonna fillet arc this. And the problem that we're gonna have on this one is that we're going to change the roof outline and then the second floor. So we're gonna do this one at the moment. I'm going to create actually a bigger layout here. We need to delete the curtain wall, and then I'm just going to add CS on this, and let's use this to create a more circular layout. And then here we could just connect this one. This wall needs to be connected here, and then we could delete this. Okay, so now we have this run right here, and then this is the floor that we were going to connect. But we're gonna edit that later on. I want to create the wave right here first. So the circular or the wavy walls right here. And then here we could use the fillet arc. Something like that. Unjoin element. We could just delete this wall right here, or just add this one, something like that. And then we could just connect this one all the way right here. So we're connecting all of them anyway. It's just we want to have a different look. And then here at the corner, CS as well, and then fillet arc, and then we're going to have this one edited. Of course, we're gonna edit the landing for this, and then here we need to change it a bit as well. And then what we could do is we could just leave it like that, and then connect this wall right here all the way to here. So we just need to change this landing to curve a bit as well. And then we're going to just leave it like that. I'm happy with this. And then we need to replicate the ones that we have here over here as well. So now I'm going to edit the boundary. So you can use your pick line. So that one's done. This one here as well. And then we could just leave this one like that. TR, trim and extend, trim and extend. And then here, just delete this. And then just connect all together. TR, trim and extend, and then trim and extend. Click finish. Check it. So that's looking good for the floor. And then now we're gonna do the edit of the roof. So we could just go to second floor to do the same. Pick line, pick here, and then pick here. We could just do this here as well. TR, trim and extend, and then here connect them, and then here connect them, and then just delete this line right there. Click finish, and then there's your roof. Everything is connected properly, so all good. And then what I want to do is actually curve this one as well. So we need to go to our second floor, our first floor, and then we need to do a underlay. So go here, look for underlay, and then I want to do a, so we have a ground floor and then we have first floor, because we have it like that. I'm going to wanted to use the right here to overlay that CS, and then we just need to replicate what we did here on this corner. Okay, and then let's go right there. We need to edit that, but we've finished this. We could just do align so that everything is aligned properly. Let's edit this one so that everything is consistent. Pick line, and then trim and extend, TR for that. And then now we could edit. So let's go to second floor. I'm going to edit the stairs, edit stairs, select the landing. So landing, edit. I want to create a sketch. You can do pick line so that we could just select all of those, and then we could just connect them all together. And then we could just trim it. And then you know what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to maximize it all the way to the wall so that it's easier for me. So trim and extend. Of course we need to move this one right here. Trim and extend on that side, and then click finish. And then here we could just maximize this. And then here pick path, and then trim this one. I want to show which one is having a problem. I think we could just cancel this and then click finish, and then there you go. But this one, it's still going above. The one that we did is the one at the top. So that's weird. I didn't even notice that we have that one there. But let me... So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit the stairs. Or we could just delete this, lower this, relative height 1500. I'm gonna put this one 1500, and then delete this one, and then basically that's it. And then here we could just edit again because it's over that part. Just go to the second floor, and how come it's going over there? Because we haven't choose to do it here. So we need to do this one as well. So I'm just gonna push this one a little bit forward because that's the glass there, and the wall here we need to CS again, and then use this fillet arc, and I'm just going to pass it one time, and then I'm going to align it from the top. So now everything is good. I'm gonna make this one shaded. So now we have the stairs there. If you saw that, we created a landing, and then we could show this one. Now for this landing, I want to change the depth on that. So landing type, edit. The thickness, I'm going to make this one 300 only. So now the thickness is 300 only, as you can see. And then let's make it shaded so that we can see the layout. So we edited that. We edited this one. So in terms of curve, in Revit, the problem with this is that you cannot just add the curtain wall inside and make this a glass curve. So what we need to do is we need to go to our south elevation, and then we need to split the wall. So right here, what we're gonna do is SL, we're gonna split from the top. So we're gonna make a split from the top right here, and then from the bottom, and then the middle will be the glass. But instead of curtain wall, we're gonna use storefront, because it's not possible on that sense. Okay, so here I'm gonna do 400 from the 500 from the top, and from the bottom let's maintain it at 500 as well, so that to be consistent. And unfortunately you need to do it per panel. And then here I cannot see it anymore, so I'm just guessing at the moment, but later on we're going to make it bigger or smaller depending on what we have. So now in 3D you can see that this is split on top and on bottom, and then unfortunately on this side we need to do it manually here. Okay, so now we're checking is that I split it here. So unfortunately SL, I need to split it on this side. Okay, so you can just undo that if you want, but for me, I'm just going to leave it like that because we could just move it down or below once we have it all. And then here, so just to show you, if we do a curtain wall change, it will be straight. So if we go to second floor, it will be straight, as you can see here. So it won't create that curve there. So the technique now is to select this and do a storefront. Even the other one, exterior glazing, we can do it, but as you can see, it's like this. It's not actually curved. It's per panel and the mullion is not there. So might as well just create this one with storefront instead. So here, I'm just going to change this. I'm going to slice this part as well. So now we could just use storefront for this. And then now we have that problem that we have. We need to maintain, we could just align them. There you go. So you can use align. We can maintain this one. And then as you can see the gaps there. So my solution for this is just to minimize all the so slicing this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this one and then change it back to an exterior wall. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to align them first, align them all together. There we go. And even at the top. So once you do that, I'm going to split this one as well, SL. So I'm gonna split this apart. Let me check if it's easier to do it in here. So I split it in two, and then because of that, it's easier to do the storefront, and then it's minimal gap. So you can even split again if you want to have more control. I'm gonna split it again. There you go. So now there's 3 of them. And the only problem that you have here is that you can see the gap. So I'm gonna, not just the gap, and then also it's not equally cut. but that's how you work on with this. And as you can see, it looks nicer. And then if we change it as well, so I'm gonna have an align on here so that to be consistent, and then I'll split it here as well. Okay, so I'm gonna select this one as well, and then change it to storefront. So now we have that curve appeal at the top, and then it's up to us to put it all together also on that side. But for some reason I think that's good enough. And then here we could actually make it 3 so that it looks nicer. Put it back to exterior wall. Maybe let's cut it 3 times. So I'm gonna cut it 3 times, SL. So basically I just undo it. And then here as well. The other one is too small. Okay, so now we just select them all together. And there's the storefront. And then it's up to you if you want to delete this. Yeah, you could delete the mullions, but you need to press or so unpin it first. And then delete it. Perfect. So that looks good now. We could delete this one as well. So it's still the same look as a regular curtain wall, but we're dealing with wave here, a wavy look, so that's why sometimes it's more difficult. We could have put this 2, so here, this one, we could make this one 3. So let's do that. So we could just unjoin them and then SL, split them. And then just change it back to storefront. And then here goes to second floor. This one is going too much there, so we could just push it back a bit. We could just do a CS again, CS, and then fillet on that corner there so that it doesn't go over. And then you can even select all, visible, and then unpin it so that it's easier for us to delete them. We don't need to do it individually. And then this one as well. Select them. For this one, you cannot select. Okay, so now everything is looking good. We're gonna stop here for now and continue on the next video. Thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.